A mysterious man wearing a burlap hood possessed an eerie ability by swallowing a personal item belonging to the deceased. He could transform into their likeness within 2 minutes. During those brief 2 minutes, the dead could temporarily return to the world of the living. For many grieving families, this was enough time for a final farewell, or to find psychological comfort. This supernatural ability quickly drew attention. People were willing to pay top dollar just for one more conversation with their departed loved ones. But no one realized that the more souls were summoned, the heavier the curse became. One late night, someone knocked on the bar's door. Outside stood a man with a tense expression and desperate face. He walked in and handed the owner $3,000 just to see his deceased wife one more time. Strangely, the owner returned the money to the man and then asked him to leave. The bar owner seemed to know his time was running out. After the man left, he quietly closed the bar door, poured himself a whiskey, and recorded a final video message. A few days later, his daughter Penny received a call from the police informing her that her father had died in a fire. Penny immediately boarded a plane to bid her father a final farewell. At the funeral home entrance, Penny was stopped by a mysterious man who claimed to be her father's estate lawyer. He said her father had left her a special inheritance, something she was destined to inherit. The lawyer then brought her to the bar, which looked dilapidated and had existed for over 200 years. Penny didn't pay much attention at the time. What she didn't know was that from the moment she inherited this bar, she had already joined the ranks of the dead. One night, a man named Raleigh came to the bar. He also wanted to see his deceased wife without hesitation. He placed $3,000 on the counter. Penny agreed. The next day at midnight, Penny took out her keys and opened an old wooden door leading to the basement. The passage was pitch black. As they walked in, the surroundings were empty. Only 2 chairs were placed in the center of the room, arranged in an eerily neat manner. Beside them stood a strange statue, the figure holding its own severed head in its arms. On the back wall, there was a cracked black hole. Raleigh called out toward the black hole, but there was no response from within. Penny and her friend exchanged dismissive glances. It all seemed rather absurd. Raleigh thought the procedure might be wrong, so he asked Penny to perform the summoning ritual. And at that very moment, something terrifying happened. From deep within the black hole, a blurry shadow slowly emerged. A withered skeletal hand slowly extended, then a figure crawled out its head, covered with a burlap sack. This monster stumbled into the room, but Raleigh showed no fear and instead pleaded for its help. Yet it completely ignored Raleigh and walked straight toward Penny. Penny, frightened, told it to back away. To her surprise, the monster actually stopped. It seemed to recognize Penny as its master. To test this theory, Penny commanded it to retreat, and the monster obediently backed away. At this moment, Raleigh finally understood the truth after her father's death. Penny had not only inherited the bar, but also inherited control over this monster,